The very first card that you got is saying that a situation has ended. It's from Archangel Michael, just reminding you that a situation has ended and you are finally free from it. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. This card has come up for other signs as well. Excuse me, and it's referring to maybe a situation where maybe it was a breakup, could have been in a relationship, for example, and you decided to break up, or they broke up, and it's like while you're trying to go forward, you're still sort of looking back. Should I have done something different? Could I have done something different? Should I try to make that work? While you're trying to also sort of go forward in this idea of going forward with your life, should you make it work with this thing in the past? This card is coming up to say, you know what, it sort of ran its course, let it go. It doesn't really serve you anymore. If this resonates with you, this has come up for lots of people. It's like sometimes the idea of going forward can be a little bit scary. We don't know what's in the future. The future is, an open sort of blank canvas. And a comfort zone is what I'm hearing again for you guys too, that sometimes we want to go back just because that's what we're familiar with. That's where we're comfortable. And yet that's just not what Spirit is saying. You know what? It's just time for everyone to go forward. You guys are not alone with this. This has come up for several other readings. The situation has ended. You're free from it. In other words, it's not going to serve you anymore going forward with that situation, with that person, with that job, with that relationship, with that friendship, whatever it was that some of you might be sort of still sort of leaning to go back to. It's, recognize it for an comfort zone idea. And it's time to go forward. This is about new beginnings for you. Notice this is like a blank, it's just starting to bloom. Just starting to bloom. That's kind of where you guys are. So it's time to it's okay that situation is over. This can also, this could also be a situation from the past that was very negative, where you're trying still to get away from it, but the thoughts still come up in your head. So for some of you, it's not even about trying to reconnect in terms of comfort zone. That's not it at all. For others of you, these readings are general, and I always ask to reach as many as possible. So this feels like a message for maybe a different group of Leos, where it could be that this situation ended, but while you're trying to go forward, you still have thoughts and almost more like fears that maybe a person from your past is going to continue to harass you, try things. There's a fear that you'll just never get free from this, even if it's just in your own thoughts. And where there's a fear that something else could get triggered, something else could happen sort of to you. And what they're saying is, no, the energy of that is complete. Let it be complete. If you continue to think about it in terms of the fear of worrying that it will come back, then you're resonating that to actually happen. Does that make sense? So Spirit is saying, no, let it be over. It's over. It's over. So in a way, this is a gift of a card for those of you who resonate with that experience of a past situation where there's a fear for you that it may not be over. It's a gift. Spirit is saying, no, it's over. You can let it be over. Take a bow. You did a good job. You did a fantastic, fantastic job. You did the best you could in every moment of it. And, the show's over. Show's over, folks. That's what I'm hearing. The show's over, folks. Time to move on. So let that be a gift. Let you sort of exhale. You're getting the breathe card. This card is coming up in your reading. It has a couple of meanings, but this wants to come up now to just sort of just exhale and just let this go. Just know that, yep, energetically it's over. So you don't need to give it any worries, concerns, fears, thoughts like that. You don't want to do that because you are starting a new beginning now. New beginnings. The next card that you get is that you can do anything right now. It is like brand new. It's like a brand new slate. It's like new beginnings. You can do anything you want to do. So what would you like to do? What do you want to do? Go after what you want. You will have the ability to attract helpful people. That's coming in too with this card. But generally speaking, this card is saying you can do anything you want to do. So what would you like to do? This has also come up in other readings. A very common thread. What do you want to do? It's a great question. For some people, it's hard to answer. And so it's like believe in yourself. Listen to your heart space to know what it is that you want to do. Do what gives you joy. So it's almost as if this card comes up and then Spirit hears a lot of you just going, okay, but I don't even know what that is now. And part of that could be from this past experience that may have really sort of rocked your world in a way that has, making it challenging to really know what it is you even want to do. And so we have this going after what you want, and then we get a little assistance here to say that the answer to what you want to do is in your heart space. Do what gives you joy. So what you might do is make a list of potential things that you'd like to do. Anything is possible. You can do anything. So make a list. Make a list, even if it's not something that, absolutely lights you up. Make a list. Just let your hand do some free writing. You just go, okay, what could I do? What could I do? Well, look at maybe some of the things you liked in childhood. Look at some of the things that you're really good at. Some of your sort of talents, like maybe you play an instrument really, really well. Maybe you are an amazing painter, but you've always thought of it as a hobby. Just sort of write down everything that, sort of that you could do. Everything you could do. And then sort of feel into each one of those to see which one just sort of like, oh, that would be amazing. I would absolutely love doing that. If that was the work I was doing, I'd be so excited to get up every day and go do that. Your reading feels very much about work. It feels very much about your career and your workspace. Believe in yourself. Believing in yourself is also what Metatron now is saying, this leap of faith. Just believe in yourself. Do what you want to do. Find the thing that lights you up sort of from your list, and then believe in yourself. Believing in yourself could also come from this, and this could be where some of you may realize that this is kind of the case, and every time you start to actually create something, you doubt yourself. Is why this card might be coming up. And some of you might be, I don't even know what I want to do. That might be what's stalling. It could be for some of you that you doubt that, okay, that would be fun, but I don't think I could do it, kind of thing. And both of these, they're saying, are coming from this that is over. Remember, this is your first card. This is kind of, foundational. It's affecting everything. And so this is what you want to address first, is to take that exhale that's over. Okay? So now you're going to move your focus to what you really, really want to do. You can let all of those thoughts go. It is safe to trust yourself. It is safe to trust in your abilities to accomplish anything you want to accomplish. Follow your creative passions. All three of these now, you guys. You can do anything. Believe in yourself and follow your heart. In other words, find the thing that really lights you up, that you just couldn't wait to get up and do. So if I were to call you with a job, what would that be so that you would just go, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. That's what you want to look at. And then you want to trust, believe in yourself and trust and know that you can do that. You can do that. If that's what lights you up, absolutely you can do that. Now, this one also did talk about the ability to attract helpful people. So it could be that whatever it is you'd like to do does involve other people. Trust and know that you'll be attracting the right people. You're also getting from Archangel Michael that might be really good for you to actually work with other people. So it feels like, for some of you, it's not something that you want to do by yourself. You might want a partner, or you might have a sort of a business idea that does involve other people. So other people will be coming, to you. They'll be coming for you. Review all the details of what it is that you'd like to do with this other person that may come in. Working alone may not be the best option for you, is what Archangel Michael is saying. Wisdom and objectivity are important right now. Stay in your integrity, stay in your heart and in your values, your morals, your what you stand for. A situation that calls for you to be honest. So this might have to do with this person. As you meet this person, stay in your integrity. In other words, when you meet another person, especially in a work situation, if this might trigger some of this, recognize that it's simply a trigger, that this is over. This is a whole new, brand new person. And so as you're talking to this new person, as you're going forward and creating your new life, that you just want to be open, be objective, is really important. Staying in your integrity, having open conversations and open communication with this person about what you expect, and just being objective, but not what's the word? Not denying or giving in to what you really stand for. Like standing firm, setting your boundaries and all that. Just like open communication, open and honest communication with this person. Like you're willing to be flexible to a point, but there's a level of integrity that you're just not going to be willing to cross. Maybe like what had happened in the past. That could be the trigger of the past in terms of working with other people in the future. Just recognizing that they're not the same people. These are new people. So you're willing to be flexible, but only to a point. And so being super clear in your conversations with this person about what you expect and what you're looking for, and looking for a person who shares that vision with you. You know exactly what to do. You know what to do. Does this come up for you guys? Has this come up before? You know exactly what to do. You have the benefit of experience. A time for career rather than relationships. That makes sense. It's time for career, and you know exactly what to do. You have the benefit of experience. Now this is coming up. This one wants to come back. You have the benefit of experience of what you don't want. That is a great gift. It gives you clarity. You're very, very clear now. Based on all your experiences and where you've been, you're very, very clear now on what you don't want. And maybe some things that you do, but you have experience. You have the benefit of experience going forward to create what you really want to create. You can do anything. So make it come from your heart space that's in line with who you are and what you'd like to create. Because you take pride in your work. You want to make sure that your work is excellent. You take a lot of pride in your work because you want to make sure that you communicate that with anyone who's going to be involved with it. It feels like you're the leader. So there may be other people involved, but it feels very much like you're the leader. If you're not the leader of something, your energy feels like maybe you're just very empowered within yourself. Like again, sort of you're willing to be flexible to a point. So in other words, maybe you have the kind of job, the kind of career where you work for a company and your boss has certain things he wants you to do, you're willing to be flexible, but only to a point. So you may not be the boss, but you're the boss of yourself and what you're willing to do. Because you take great pride in what you do. Practice makes perfect. This is kind of you, like regarding your work. You want to make sure that your work is excellent. Yeah, so take pride in that. So again, about being flexible, you're flexible to a point. Certainly not beyond what you're comfortable with morally and ethically and integrity, but also regarding the work that you're able to do, whatever it is that you're able to create. It's going to be amazing. And then we have this success, like just success coming from this milk and honey. It's like once, this is coming from this one. It's like whatever it is that you create, it's going to be amazing. And it can bring you great success. And whoever this person is that you're now, as you move forward, working with somebody who's in line with your vision and what you're creating and appreciates what you create and honors you and listens to you and appreciates your ideas and your creations. Milk and honey. It's like the rainbow. Everything just working out the way that you would love things to work out. It's like the vision becomes real kind of thing. And look for messages. We get the message in a bottle. The message in a bottle, and what this is referring to is that from the moment you let this go, on a deep level, like emotionally, on a soul level, the moment you let this go, your whole life is going to change, right? I mean, from the moment you let this go, you got a new life coming. And so as you realize, I can do anything, I'm going to find a new person, I'm going to make sure that all my focus is on moving forward and finding the right people so that I can create what I want to create in integrity, being honest. I'm going to trust myself, believe in myself, and follow my heart. Moving forward. That's it. And then great things happen. Great things start happening because now you're coming from a place of just, trusting yourself, believing yourself, focusing on what it is that you're creating with excellence, and everything about that is positive and wonderful, and it's going to bring, life is going to reflect that back to you. So it's going to bring a reflection of that back to you. So look for the signs. The message in a bottle is talking about asking you to notice, increase your awareness about how life then reflects that back to you. Success. So as you've written down everything you might like to do, you might also write down the kind of boss you might like to have. If you have if your career involves working at a company kind of thing, having a boss. If you'd like to go down the entrepreneur route, you might do better with a partner. Who is this person going to be? And who are you going to be when you're with this person? Very important question. Who are you going to be in this job? Who are you going to be working with this person? And when you get your state that way lined up with yourself, life is going to reflect that back. So they're inviting you to notice. Notice when the right person comes along. Notice all the signs that are sort of directing you to this company that's going to be amazing, to meeting this person that's going to be amazing. Hey, if a friend invites you to a party on a Saturday, go. Because they might introduce you to this person at the party. That sort of thing. Look for those kinds of signs. It's very exciting. Let it be exciting to notice that part. And here comes the airplane. That's a very loud one too. Just taking off. Just taking off. Fantastic timing. That one was loud too.